Morning guys. Well, today I want to get some fresh bait to begin with, but we've got big seas out there, so everything's 10 times harder when you get in the big seas, guys. So I've got my sabiki jig already. Duke, get out of that, it's my burley. I've got my sabiki jig already baited up with bits of yellowtail. I've got burley, bread and a bit of pilchard in my esky already mixed up. And I've got a pilchard on a floating setup just to lob out maybe for a bonito or tuna or something. But the main thing is I get ready, because I get sick like every man, and if I get sick, sometimes I get sick, sometimes I don't. It's a gamble and I don't take anything for it, so that's the way it is. But beautiful weekend. No, I'm lying, it's horrible. It's raining as we speak, but this is what I got to do. I got to get the video out, so we will try and catch some fish today. I do want to get these yellowtail for a beach session. That's the main objective. And then after work one afternoon, we'll get down there and I'll try and get a big fish on the fresh bait. I don't want to freeze it, I want to keep it fresh, so hopefully the weather gives us a break where we can get out and have a beach fish. Horrible conditions been. The beach, Duke, get out of it. The beach has been horrible. It's been weeks and weeks of horrible weather. We're bound to have a break sooner or later. Anyway, let's get out there and see how I go. Hopefully I don't chunder. Alright, here we are. As I said, it's horrible conditions, big swells, but we need some bait. And then we'll go in the lake and we'll aim for a beach fish during the week. Anyway, get the floater out first. You never know, with a floater you can pick up anything. It's just a pilchard on a hook, no sinker or anything. Quite often the big fish can grab that pilchard, so we'll have that out. Get a bit of burley, as I said. I just got some bread and a bit of pilchards in here. Let's get it out there. And then I've got my sabiki jig ready to go. Geez, there's some big swells, guys. Scary big swells. Hopefully we can get a few yakka and get out of here. Nice. Oh, in the bite. Oh, yep. Oh, there's the floater gone off. Good fish too, guys. Feels like a good fish. Wow, that didn't take long. Always worth putting the floater out. Yeah, it feels like good fish. Maybe a bonito, maybe a kingfish, you never know. Could be anything. It's bait, I reckon. Well, not a kingfish, but hopefully a bonito or something. Nice. I think it may be a kingfish. We'll find out in a second. I'm the only boat out here because it's terrible conditions, guys. It's only the mad come out on days like today. That's me, I guess. We got it. Maybe a chicken, maybe a bonito. Oh, it's a big snapper, guys. Wow, on the floater. There's dinner. Didn't expect that. I thought it was a bit of a head nod in there. Bloody beautiful. Have to get the net. old Swansea headland. Juices every time. Every time. A beautiful snapper, guys. Beautiful snapper for off Swansea Heads. First bait. Come here, mate. He's taken me right back. He really enjoyed that pilchard. But look at that. Awesome. Got Swansea Heads in the background there. But I'm going to spike him, take him home, guys. No yellowtail yet, but we got a snapper. That's the main thing. Alright, I'm going to deal with this guy, spike him on the head. Absolutely wonderful. I'm stoked with that. Wasn't even expecting that. Yes. Yellowtail, guys. That's what we wanted. Caught itself the best way. Now we'll go a bit closer to that headland again, have another go. Jet jig. Floater, guys. It's getting hammered. It's getting hammered out here. One after another. Oh. I should be hot just fishing with the floater, but I want some yakkers. That's what I want. The objective. Bad fish, guys. Maybe a, I don't know what. Maybe a kingfish, maybe a bonito, I'm not sure. Nice fish though. 20 pound set up this, just floating pilchards. Killing it. Keeping the motor running, because as you can see in the background, hectic waves, you don't want to get caught in that stuff. Not bad fish, guys. What we got? Right under the boat, of course. Jeez, maybe a snapper again, guys. I don't know. No, it's a kingfish. Kingfish, just a little guy. On the old floater, you always get stuff like this. What do you think of that, mate? Oh, yeah, you always get stuff like this. Kingfish can't resist those floating baits. Come here, mate. Let's just chuck you straight back. Where's that hook? You get the pliers on him, I think. Yeah, I should be able to get that. Get the pliers on the end, get him off. Yeah. Alright, gonna let him go, just a little fella. Beautiful to see, but keep the variety coming. Like a bonito, but that'd be nice. Whoop, there we go again, guys. The floater again. I was going to put in the rod holder, but off it went straight away. Literally was in the water for 30 seconds. Probably another little king. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Probably another little king, we'll find out. That's a snapper. Another snapper, guys. I'll take him. Hit that off. Nearly hit that off the surface, that snapper. It's only floating for 30 seconds. Oh, well, number 2, we'll take that. Getting a little feeder snapper off the heads here. Only one out here. Bloody beautiful. Swansea heads. Another beauty. I'll take him. So all I'm doing, guys, is just going straight through and then doing the half hitch just to lock it on so it sits nice. That's it. Floating it out. But I want to try and get some yakka at the same time. I don't want to forget about them. Oh, it's going off, guys. I can't even man my bloody yakka rod. This thing's going off already. Look, dummy. Dummy. Oh. Oh, off again. Floater is killing it. Look, this thing's going off, God. Oh no. Leave that in the rod, I'll get back to that one. Oh, big tailor. Big tailor, guys. Oh no, it's a salmon or tailor. Maybe a salmon. Oh, that thing's gone off. He's trying to get my bait to get involved here. That's a big fish on my bait jig. I don't know what I got on there, but it's not bad. It's going to bust me for sure. Salmon. Dirty big salmon. Dirty big salmon, guys. Quick, I've got to try and deal with this thing. What have we got here? Little trevally, guys. That's why he was carrying on the bait jig there. Everything's happening here. Anyway. Deal with that salmon. It's taking me right back to me. Bugger. Oh no, I'll get that. Just goes to show you guys, floating pilchard. And the variety you get, a bit of everything. Get him out. Yeah, boy. The floater's gone off, guys. Look, nice fish again. Hoping for a snapper. I'm hoping for maybe a king or a snapper, one or the other, I reckon. Fish everywhere. Sneaky things going off. I'm hoping for another snapper would be nice. Another snapper would be beautiful. It's going a bit high, but probably a king or something. Oh, big salmon. Sandbird. They go hard, these salmon. Probably why the bait fish. They're a little bit skittish, all these salmon around. They eat everything. They really eat everything, they do. like to play dirty, all the fish, they really do. Get in amongst the motor every time. Whoa, there's a big salmon. Big Sambo. Whoa, he's a big boy. I don't know if I can lift him. Oh, he's a monster. Monster salmon. I might actually keep this one. I let the first one go, but I might keep this one for Duke. He doesn't mind a bit of salmon. So I'll bone that out and prep it up for Duke. Maybe a bit of bait too. Beautiful, good bait. Oh, that's much nicer in here. I might just have a drift for a flathead, big flathead. So we'll go a nice chunk. That's a fair sized chunk on there and a 6/0. See how we go. Hopefully can add a flathead to the snapper meal. It'd be beautifully. Snapper and flathead, good combo, I reckon. We're just going to run one rod. I don't want to overcomplicate it. You don't want to use too much bait. We want to save a little bit. As I said, I want to do a beach session, but it's been really, really bad weather, so it's been tough. But we've got some fresh yakka, so get down the beach during the week after work. Hopefully get a break in the weather, and we'll try and get a big fish off the beach. You never know off the beach, it's hit and miss, so you got to come right past you because you're land-based, you can't move. But these big swells should attract them in close, hopefully. Well, I got one on the floater, guys. I just thought I'd put the floater out. Probably got to the bottom, it may be a flathead, I don't know. We'll have a look at the good old floater, even in the channel. Doesn't feel like a bad fish. Maybe it's a bream or something. Don't know. The old floater. Can't beat it. It's a monster bream, guys. Can't beat the floater sometimes. Look at that. Absolute beauty. The floater works well because it's very natural, so these bigger fish, they get fooled by it a lot of the time, which is really good to see. Good bream. Here comes the rain. I'm going to let this guy straight go because I've got a couple of snapper. I don't want a bream. There we go. Anyway, let him go. Beautiful bream. Well, it's absolutely pouring down now, so we'll get home and I'll do a catch and cook, guys. A couple of nice snapper to do a catch and cook. Beautiful. And then hopefully during the week after work I'll get out for a beach session or a rock session, one or the other. Anyway, fingers crossed, good weather. See you back at the kitchen. Here we are back at the kitchen, and what better way to enjoy this? Absolutely pouring outside still. I'm so glad I came in. Sweet and sour fish fritters, tempura style, nice and crispy, and we're gonna have it with sweet and sour with a little bit of chili and chives with it. It's gonna be beautiful. I have had this once before and I really enjoyed it, and it's really bad weather coming up, so this should be beautiful. Nice lunchtime feed, late lunch at that. Anyway, I've cut the smaller snapper and one of the fillets of the big snapper into just little chunks, little bite-sized pieces, just so they're going to be perfect little pieces. It's exactly the same as chicken fritters, what you get at the Chinese shop, but it's going to be fish fritters. And I've still got a big fillet of snapper left, and I've got the wings left. I'm going to keep that for another meal along the line. But you don't want to keep much bigger snapper than this, guys, really. This one started to get a little bit of flesh problems. I cut it out, started to get a few cysts and stuff in it. But same with most big fish, once they start to get a bit big, they start to get flesh problems. Not all fish. Some fish are beautiful all the way through, but yeah, a lot of the big fish like mulloway, snapper, they start to get a lot of worms and parasites and cysts and stuff like that. Anyway, this is about perfect size. You wouldn't want it much bigger than that. Anyway, let's get working on the tempura batter. I'll get this out of the way. Right, we've got the oil on, so that's cranking. Got the tempura batter here. I do have I'm gonna get messy here, I really am. I do have more tempura batter if I need it. Probably will need it actually, so we will get a little bit more in. God, I make a mess every time, without fail. Haven't even started and I spilt some everywhere. That's how I roll, I tell you. Alright, got the tempura in there. That bowl's been in the fridge, guys, so that's a really cold bowl. And this water is icy cold too. That's been in the fridge. It started off in the freezer and then we went in the fridge. So what we're going to do, we're just going to beat it, and we don't want to beat it too much. You just want to keep it to a minimum. You want it fairly thin, the tempura, so it's not like a beer batter or anything like that where it's going to be really thick. It's going to be quite thin. And it goes really crispy, is the aim. And I think I might cook the sweet and sour sauce separate. I might cook that in a frying pan, and then we'll keep the fritters separate, and then right at the last moment when I put it on the plate, we'll tip the sauce over the top. And I think that's how we'll keep it nice and crispy. It should be beautiful. Alright, we're looking pretty good here, guys. Nice and thin. Now, usually I do flour them, but people tell me you don't need to flour them, so we're going to roll with no flour today. Hope for the best. Now hopefully that oil's up the temperature. Jeez, look at that, it's perfect. It's bubbling away actually. That's how I want it. Perfect. So we're just going to pile this in, guys. Jeez, I'm not going to fit all that in. That little snapper was absolutely perfect size for eating one person, but we chucked another fillet in there as well. Now, you want the oil really hot. We don't want to muck around with this oil. We want it as hot as we can get it, really, without smoking. So we'll get a test piece in here. How's that fishing, guys? I only went out for bait. The snapper are on, salmon, kingfish. It's a good little session actually. Lost a few good fish too. But we've got the fresh bait for the beach session, which is the main thing. We can have that beach session. Well, if the weather allows, surely I'll get a afternoon. It's not quite hot enough, guys, so we'll just give it a second. It is bubbling, but I want it real hot. So, and it will drop the temperature once we put this fish in. So I want to make sure it's really hot. So we'll just give this a minute. All right, that should be about perfect, guys. Gave it a couple more minutes, so she should be steaming hot without me burning myself, hopefully. So we're just going to get these in there. Hopefully they don't explode. Oh yeah, it's nice and hot. As I said, these fish pieces will bring the temperature down though, so always good to start off hotter than you think, especially when they're small pieces like this. It really won't take long for them to cook at all. So we just want it really crispy. We don't want no soggy sweet and sour. Hopefully I got enough batter there. I might have to make some more. No, this should be enough. Should be enough there. Alright, we'll get the rest in. Hopefully enough to coat it all. Yes, certainly will be, just enough. Alright, So we'll cook these for a few minutes just till they get nice and crispy, and then I'll put them in the air fryer for a minute while we get this second batch on, and then we'll get the sauce on as well. It's almost ready, the first batch to take out. So what we'll do, we'll get the sweet and sour sauce on, because I don't want to combine it together because it will make them go soggy, and I don't want them soggy, I want them nice and crispy. So we're only going to combine it right at the end when we're serving it. Okay. Just going to season the sweet and sour sauce, white pepper. I love my white pepper. And a bit of salt as well. Beautiful. Right, these are about ready to come out. They're pretty crispy, guys. Like little rocks they are. I might just give them 30 seconds. I might just give them a little bit longer actually. We've got a bit of time here, so we'll get them nice and really crispy. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that, guys. They are pretty crispy, I'm happy with that. So we'll get them in the air fryer basket, and we'll pop these batch straight in the air fryer to keep them nice and hot and crispy. And I'll get that second batch straight on. It all should work out perfectly. The sweet and sour's coming to the boil there. I've got some spring onions just to pop on top when I serve it. It's all coming along perfectly. Absolutely love snapper, I do. It's such a nice eating fish. Alright, we'll get this in the air fryer and we'll get the new batch straight on. Alright, let's get the new batch on. Alright, flash back when these are ready. It's ready to serve up. Alright, let's serve it up. This is only part of it, guys. I've still got more over there, but this is a good serving right here. Gonna finish this off with some spring onions on top, and then you get to watch me be a pig at the table. How good does that look, guys? How good. Looks perfect, doesn't it? Alright, let's give it a crack. I forgot to put chili in it. I should have put chili in. I can add some more chili anyway, but let's give it a crack. A little bit hot. That's magic, guys. That's just what I needed after being freezing cold in the boat. Getting pounded by the surf out there. Sorry. I should let it cool down a bit. Every little piece is burning hot lava. That's beautiful, guys. I was running it through my head, what am I going to have when I get back? And I was cold, and then I just thought, I'm going to have those fish fritters with sweet and sour sauce, and it's absolutely perfect, just what I needed. Well, there you go, guys. Floating pilchards. I just went out for bait, just floating pilchards near the heads. Get yourself a feed. Plenty of fish out there, and plenty of fun anyway. If you don't get in the snapper, the kingies and salmon are good fun. I'm gonna demolish this. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Every week, 4 years, haven't missed an upload, so going strong, and you're always doing something new, from mullet, blackfish to marlin, always something different. Alright guys, you ain't fishing, you're wishing. I'll see you on the water. Catch ya.